can't get enough of Stephen Colbert today, so here's a little more, courtesy of our Lizzie O'Leary. She's spending her day on Capitol Hill. Lizzie, I know you're trying very hard not to dissolve into hysterics when we do some of these sound bites from Colbert, although I saw on your Twitter stream...
I did better than Mark.
I saw on your Twitter stream that one of the people who is on this committee actually said, I'm going back home. I'm not going to participate in this.
Yeah, Jason Chaffetz, he's a Republican from Utah, who has been, we should point out, on the Colbert Report. He said he wouldn't participate in this. He's been tweeting about it. We actually follow one another on Twitter. I'm trying to get him in a conversation about why, because as we noticed, actually some serious stuff came up at the end of this hearing. But I will say at the beginning of the hearing, I'm not sure members knew exactly what they were getting into. Listen to just a little bit of Stephen Colbert's opening statement when he talks about why he decided to go spend a day at the United Farm Workers' behest working as a migrant farm worker.
This is America. I don't want a tomato picked by a Mexican. I want it picked by an American, then sliced by a Guatemalan and served by a Venezuelan in a spa where a Chilean gives me a Brazilian.
Okay, so that was the one that sent Mark into complete hysterics last time. But look, what he was talking about here was a program that the United Farm Workers have put in place to invite Americans to try and work in the fields, get a sense of these jobs, because obviously one of the criticisms in the immigration debate is that they are taking jobs from Americans. Colbert actually did break character toward the end of the hearing and talk about some of the more serious reasoning behind this, about some of the conversations he tried to engage his fellow field workers whose job this actually is when he was out there.
And they seemed very busy with the beans and with the corn. And I tried to get them to sing field songs and that sort of thing, and they didn't seem to have any. And so I never really found out about what their working conditions were like in terms of what medical was applied, what medical services were available to them, or what health care was available to them, or what kind of breaks were available to them. They seemed to be working the entire time.
So is this the stunt? Yes, of course it's a stunt, but at the same time it's a stunt that has probably 3 times the media covering it than most hearings on Capitol Hill, and certainly in this committee, and we haven't seen any measurable immigration reform move through this Congress. So while there are objections on the part of the members, you also can't deny there were a lot of people watching this today, guys.